Welcome to the release of the 2008 Long Island Index. I'm Nancy Duzinas, president of the Rausch Foundation, that's the convener and underwriter of the Long Island Index. And this year, we're pleased to be here at Farmingdale State College. This is the 5th Long Island Index. We believe it's filled an important niche and met a vital need by helping leaders and the general public better understand what's happening to Long Island. Because of the juxtaposition of facts in the general indicators and opinion from the survey results, the index has been able to translate the complexities of this region into a story that people understand. And now, without further ado, let me introduce Ann Golub, the director of Long Island Index.
In addition to looking at a collection of key indicators, we have also conducted a survey of Long Islanders and prepared a special analysis on a key issue facing our region, housing. We paid particular attention to one of our primary assets, Long Island's over 100 downtowns. We conducted a field survey of about a quarter of these village centers to see what makes them work and what kind of growth potential they have to address our future housing needs. Clearly, Long Island's future depends on growing our business sector through new and expanding businesses. But businesses need workers, and that brings us to the next challenge our region faces. We've all heard a lot about Long Island's brain drain. The problem is not confined to Long Island. All across the Northeast, young people are leaving in large numbers. But the exodus is not uniform. Nationwide, the number of 25 to 34-year-olds has dropped 8% due to lower birth rates in the 1970s. New York City, often a magnet to the young, tracks close to the national trend. But suburban areas are doing much worse, perhaps because, as today's young people delay marriage and childbearing, they delay moving out to the suburbs. But why is Long Island losing young people so much faster than our suburban regions? The answer may lie in another way in which Long Island stands out, our high cost of housing. Here again, much of the Northeast shares this problem. But it's particularly severe on Long Island. In 2000, the share of households with a high housing cost burden was about the same for Long Island as for other tri-state regions. By 2006, we were leading the pack with the highest percents. The impact on young people, 25 to 34-year-olds, is even more severe. On Long Island, almost half of all young people are spending more than a third of their income on meeting their basic housing needs, significantly more than in other regions. Why? Long Island has followed a building pattern that has strongly emphasized single-family detached homes. 83% of our homes fit this model. Our suburban neighbors have a much higher percentage of multi-unit housing than we do. They also have a higher percentage of rental units. Long Island needs more businesses. Businesses need workers, and workers need housing. That's the fundamental economic reality we face. But where will that housing go? Our post-war development model, big lot, single-family homes sprawling from one undeveloped area to the next one farther out, has reached its limit. We have an ocean telling us to find some other way. A logical way is to build downtown. There we can increase density and build the multi-unit homes and rentals that are easing housing pressures in other regions. we can provide more homes at prices more people can afford, preserve open space and the suburban character of existing neighborhoods, reduce the cost of municipal infrastructure, and reduce dependence on automobiles. More than 100 downtowns dot Long Island from north to south and east to west. Most downtowns have room to grow without losing their special charm. Of the 23 surveyed places, the average downtown area has 34% of the village population, but some of our most successful downtowns are over 60%. Many downtowns could easily increase their existing housing by an average of 50%. Extrapolating to all 100 plus downtowns on Long Island, a 50% increase in the average housing stock over the next 25 years would result in well over 100,000 new units of housing. Our downtowns could thus provide more than half of Long Island's projected housing needs, and in particular, the affordably priced homes and rental units the region so desperately needs. The next question is, do people want to live in these places? For some time, I think the prevailing idea was that downtown life is what people came to Long Island to escape. If that was ever true, our poll shows that it is not true now. Today, 4 out of 10 Long Islanders can picture themselves living in a downtown condo or apartment. Almost half of young adults can, and an equal percentage of low and middle income residents. 61% majority supports building more homes or apartments closer together in some local downtowns. 49% are ready to increase height limits in some downtowns from 2 to 4 stories. 63% support an increase in rental apartments in downtown shopping areas and near train stations and bus terminals. 62% even support building new multi-level parking facilities in local downtowns. I never thought Long Islanders would want that. Long Islanders seem ready to do what it takes to get things moving. Our underutilized downtowns are a resource that can help us catch up, but we need to act. If we don't start moving soon, more and more Long Islanders will. Thank you.
The history of New York City, for example, was built economically on fire, finance, insurance, and real estate. And some of the thinkers of today are talking about the future of New York City. You don't need Wall Street to necessarily be on Wall Street. Where will the generators for the future be, the economic generators be for the future? It won't be based on fire, per se, finance, insurance, and real estate. It will be based on ICE, ideas, culture, education. The idea of creating interesting destination points, exciting centers, cool cities, places that people want to be because it's exciting to live there. I think that's what we're trying to do at the Nassau County Hub, where we're trying to integrate housing, sports, marketing, office buildings, beautiful open spaces, and connect to some of the existing assets in the area to make it an exciting place that young people want to live.
The index gave us the issues. We've got the solutions that I've espoused, that Tom espouses, that many of the leaders here. We have to implement them. So what we need is a group like this, all of our leaders, to invite our federal and state officials to come to a forum like this. Get the action plan together and say, here it is on a silver platter. Here's the white papers, here's the bills. Go get it passed. And let me just finish by noting a lot of doom and gloom in those stats, but here's the best stat of all. When you ask people how many identify with Long Island, how many love Long Island, how many want to remain here in Long Island and call it home, it's 82%, baby. 82%. That's something else. People love Long Island. We identify it. We want to continue to call it home. I think right here we have a forum to help facilitate that. God bless you. Thank you all very much.